You woke up before it happened. You know the moment. The car was about to hit. The fall was about to end. The hand was about to close around your throat. And a fraction of a second before impact, before the pain, before the black, your eyes snapped open. Your chest was pounding. Your sheets were tangled. You were alive. You've had this dream 100 times, maybe more, and you've always woken up right before the end. Every single time. Nobody has ever explained to you why. To understand it, forget everything you assume about dreams. Dreams aren't stories your brain is telling you. Dreams are your brain running full simulations, using the same neurons, the same emotional systems, the same threat detection wiring you use in waking life. When you dream that you're falling, your inner ear registers something close to actual falling. When you dream someone is chasing you, your amygdala fires the same alarm it fires when a real threat is coming. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a dream threat and a real one, which means, from the brain's perspective, dying in a dream is functionally the same as dying in real life. And that's the problem it has to solve. The mechanism is called autonomic arousal. It's the same thing that wakes you up when there's a noise in your house or when your alarm goes off. When a threat crosses a certain intensity threshold, measured in cortisol, in adrenaline, in heart rate spike, a network in your brainstem called the ascending reticular activating system fires. That system's only job is to end sleep. It doesn't care if the threat is real or dreamed. It doesn't care if you're in the middle of REM or the middle of deep sleep. If the arousal signal crosses the line, you wake up. And here's the specific number. The threshold for arousal-triggered awakening in most healthy adults matches the cortisol spike produced by a genuine physical threat. When your dream reaches that intensity, the moment right before death, the moment your brain simulates the highest possible danger, your cortisol crosses the line. The system pulls you out. Not because dying in a dream is dangerous, because your brain doesn't have a way to know it isn't, so it evacuates you every single time. Sleep researchers have measured this across thousands of subjects in overnight labs. It's the reason nightmares almost universally end with a jolt awake, not with the horrible thing actually happening. The people who report dying in dreams, actually experiencing the moment of death fully, are the exception. And there's a specific reason they're the exception. Some people don't wake up in time. There's a rare category of dream where the brain fails to trigger the arousal response. It happens in people with disorders of REM regulation, in cases of extreme sleep deprivation, and in a small number of otherwise healthy adults who just have a slightly less sensitive arousal threshold. When they die in the dream, they experience it. They report feeling the impact, feeling the black, feeling, briefly, what they can only describe as nothing. And then they wake up anyway. Because here's the twist your brain doesn't advertise. Dying in a dream doesn't kill you. There is no documented case in medical literature of a healthy person dying in real life because they died in a dream. The old superstition that if you die in a dream, you die for real, it isn't true. Your brain wakes you up as a precaution, not because the dream itself is lethal, which means the reflex isn't about survival. It's about something older. Sleep is one of the most vulnerable states a body can be in. You're horizontal. Your muscles are paralyzed. You can't run. You can't fight. You can't see. Evolution had one strategy for keeping animals alive through the night: hypersensitivity to threat. If your dreaming brain even thinks it's dying, the assumption is that the real danger is happening in the room right now, and you need to be awake to face it. The dream that killed you might have been a memory of a real threat your ancestors survived. The gasp you make when you wake up isn't just relief. It's your brain saying, "I saved you. Now check if you're actually safe." Look around the room. Your brain is still waiting for confirmation. Now zoom out. Every human on Earth has had this dream. Every language has a word for the death nightmare. Every religion has a doctrine about it. Some say it's the soul touching the other side. Some say it's a warning. Some say it's a rehearsal for the real thing. The neuroscience says something simpler. It says your brain has one job while you sleep: keep the body alive until morning. And the moment anything in the simulation threatens that job, even if the threat is fake, even if you're perfectly safe in bed, it pulls the emergency lever. You wake up. Every time. Before the end. Before the impact. Before the black. Not because you can't handle the ending, because your brain refuses to let you find out. The next time you jolt awake, chest pounding, sheets tangled, alive, the next time you almost died and didn't, you'll know what just happened. A part of your brain that has been running for hundreds of thousands of years just decided you are more valuable alive than curious. It didn't ask you. It pulled you out. Before.